Let's try it. Either way, let's launch a rocket. Do I remember how it's built? No. That doesn't have to be a problem. Do I have a lunar lander on this? Also something I don't know the answer to. Here we go. Let me know how the audio's going. If we drop a ton of frames, I'll just upload it, and it'll be a Let's Play. This is fine. Didn't realize we'd be pushing liquid and solid fuel at the same time. That's also fine, I guess. Getting a lot of unnecessary drag, I think. Things turned out okay last year. Yeah, that's one way of looking at it. Interesting ship. You are too kind. You are too kind, Quick Slow. But I'm sure Jeb appreciates it. That was some important research, but we're okay. Oh, that's more than necessary. Okay. Well, we lost some fuel when that happened, but I'm sure it's fine. We're still ready to go for the moon. I like to imagine, like, if this was Apollo 11, they totally would have been like, yeah, but like so much else is going right. Well, that's a really long burn still. And that gets us a great periapsis. I don't know if we're going to be able to do it. But if we jettison some of our weight... Okay. We picked up some stability problems. I can't imagine what did it. We don't have any fuel transfer pumps. You know, maybe this isn't the flight for us. Needs more space tape. That's definitely the only problem. So if we fix it, we'll be ready. Okay. Just gonna move the solid boosters into phase 9. These decouplers to phase 8, which is now phase 7. Okay, that's a good thing. Oh, it's chugging. That often happens on a vehicle assembly. I don't know why. Probably has to load all of these parts that we're not looking at. Well, you know what? Let's just take the propulsion. No, not big enough. we go. The kickback. Alright, that should take some pressure off the engines. Launch it. Jettison the Kerbal's problem solved? Yeah, and again, I don't even know if this has a lander or not. I'm not going to worry about that. We can still get to the moon. Also, those don't look like they're properly aligned. That's... oh no, we're good, we're good. Everything's fine. Oh, they got launched on separate stages. That's what went wrong. If we had just a little bit of juice, that would help. Revert to launch. We're doing it right. Sure you want to do that, Dave? Yeah. As a matter of fact, I don't think I've been more sure of anything ever. So we're going to put on the SAS, throttle up the quarter, and watch the fireworks. See, this is a good start now. Everything is right. Jeb is excited. Don't worry about where Bob Kerman is. Got the slightest hint of a wobble, that's okay. We're picking up some good speed. Yeah, it looks like we have a landing craft in the middle there. It's got lights, all the stuff you need. Where are the stranded Kerbals? Well, we have to strand one, and then we have to rescue it. The first part should be easy. All right. Oh, nothing went wrong. Look at our speed gaining. All right. This'll do. Burn time, 8 minutes. Something ain't right. I didn't do a gravity turn, which is putting me back a little bit on efficiency, but we had problems when we did the gravity turn last time. A little bit of wobble, nothing a little bit of space tape can't fix. Let's see if we can... It seemed to be getting stronger. Let's see if we can't smooth that out first. All good. Yeah, this is a better wobble now. Seems pretty intense still. I'm not going to think about that either. Yeah. Still a pretty long burn time. Let's just get rid of these. All right. We have a pretty long burn time now, but that's going to be a-okay. Now, one thing I'm forgetting is I think we had a major design flaw in our landing craft last year. Well, this is like the Poodle. Yeah, this is one of the design flaws, actually. That engine was so weak, we had major problems from it. Yeah, let's see what else we can see here. I think the thrusters also weren't strong enough. Yeah, okay. Sorry to keep aborting it, but we're doing important science and no one's dying yet, because no one has to die yet. All right. No, that's a little bit more than I want. Actually, no, we'll leave it attached for a second. Right, that's the lander can. That's how we're gonna get one of the Kerbals down. He has to jump out of the he has to jump out of the pod. And that's all of its supplies? No, that's the battery. Did it have any fuel? Any Kerbal experts? That's a giant fuel cannon for monopropellant. Maybe it's okay. Yeah, this little thing. It's super efficient, but it had so little power it caused more problems. Cheetah. What is with all of these cool things? Engine ISP is what we're looking for. 345 in a vacuum. We need something with quite a bit more kick. So this thing has over 10 times the thrust. Oh, actually only quadruple in the, triple the quadruple in the vacuum of space, but that's still quite a good upgrade. How does the Cheetah compare? Double in vacuum. Engine ISP is pretty similar. All right, let's take the Cheetah. out. That's what we want. And launch it. Nothing's going to go wrong. It's all monopropellant on it? Ah! I'm sure it's fine. The game. The nuke engine is great for transit burns. That's what I like to hear. Some positive thinking that the rest of the comments section could learn from. Hey folks, when do you do your gravity turn? I should know that. We're in the middle of a launch, but this is a good time to brush up on launching. Alright, I know there's some lag, but I need the answer. I don't want to turn too much because I think the drag could cause a problem for the ship. Yeah, we're getting bucked around a little bit. 10,000-ish, okay. Well, now we're going to reorient ourselves. Crank the throttle. There we go. Haha. This is fine. This is how a gravity turn works, right? This is a good launch. This is a good launch. Ho ho ho! Looks like it's made out of spaghetti noodles. Whoop. The burn's only 1:30 now, though. Okay, we just burn a little slower, and nothing bad will happen. Okay, drag should no longer be a factor. Jitter is being a bit of a concern. Affected a couple things. That's also okay. Oh, and we spent all our fuel. That's actually probably for the best. Speed up time to get there. Okay, it's on the plane. That's the most important thing. I'm quite nervous. Because this is the one. We're going to the moon, and then we'll rescue people. Good riddance to you. Huh. It's shocking that I believe this thing would get back safely. That's fine. Doesn't take much to get back to Earth. Alright, we're aligned to a new perspective. And we're not going to crash because we got a proper orbit now. So now we look for our lunar rendezvous. There we go. That gets us a lot of speed. Oh, we don't quite make it that way. That's actually pretty cool. Okay, that maneuver, that'll work for me. Also, we're in a bit of a hurry to get there now. Jebediah and Bill are having a good time. That's the most important thing. Have fun, make friends. No one's died because I've been reverting to a launch time. Well, it will happen. Alright, there she is. Yeah, this is how we're rolling. Burning fuel the whole way there. There's an outside chance we could have a little bit of this left, though. $1,200. Or 1,000, we'll say. So we're gonna have 1,400 or so. Yeah, about 1,400 when we get there. How fast are we losing it? 11.4 a second. Yeah, we might have some left. This is roughly going according to the plan we had last year, I think. I've had enough of these failed missions that I start to remember things. Well, Plasto, I want to clarify. I am not saying we'll have enough fuel to get him home. I'm saying we'll probably, not certainly, have enough fuel to land. We honestly have some pretty significant engineering problems to deal with before we talk about getting home. Okay, we have our lunar encounter. Yeah, I think we need a little bit more. Not quite enough mojo to get us there. But that's okay. Things are going quite well. Oh, got excited. We just have a 9-second burn. We're not lined up for it or anything. Who needs it, though? Who needs it? Alright. This is only part 1 of the operation anyway. Getting to the moon is something I've done many times. I've landed on Minmus as well. Just in the nick of time. Really? Let's just get a little closer to the moon and see what we think. I think something has gone horribly wrong with her attempted lunar encounter. Where are you, moon? Am I off the plane? I'm off the plane. It looked like something was horribly wrong, but there we go. We just have to completely negate our last maneuver to get a nice elliptical orbit. That's the best kind. Sure, whatever. We'll have our encounter. We can correct it later. 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See, if we get close, its gravity will just suck us right down to the surface and we'll probably be able to break in time. So I'm not going to worry about the details. Space isn't about details and calculations. It's about winging it. It's in Chris Hadfield's book, I'm pretty sure. Alright, let's move forward to our moon encounter, which is now totally about to happen. This is terrible. Shoot. Alright. Yeah, that should do. This is also going to be an extremely difficult rescue mission, because we have to land basically at the same spot. But we'll have fuel. One hour. 50, 40, 30. All right. It comes. It's not going to matter too much when we actually do the burn. Book that quote as well. Jib and Bill are having a good time. So we want to stay retrograde now. Nothing else really matters. As precise as we can get. Sort of flying that only a human can do. All right. And now we're on the way down. Look at that, retrograde right in line with the pole. All right. All right, should we strand Bill or Jebediah? Let me know. We'll have our opportunity shortly. We're ever so slowly falling in. Still considers us in orbit. That should change soon, because we're 1,000,000 kilometers away, or a megameter away, I should say. It's probably the worst lunar landing attempt I've ever made. Jebediah. So we have an incentive to pick him up. I like that reasoning. So we might not have enough power to kill our velocity. I just want that on the record. Oh, we're accelerating time, so I can't. Okay, I have pretty good ability to adjust my speed here. Ideally, I think I better start braking. Just bleed off a little bit of this speed, which is... Oh! There goes an engine I need. Right? Is that just a coupler? Well... yeah, this is what went wrong. Okay, okay. Yep, we have a pretty serious problem. And limited time to fix it. Okay. Yep. Okay. Now, unfortunately, we have two things we need to fix at once. Okay. Tracking station. We got to get back to the long shot. Jeb, you got to get out of there. It's not great. It's not looking good. There went the rest of the ship. Oh goodness. Tracking station. Bill. Bill. Hey, it's still on its way down. No, Bill already landed. You can still abort. Oh yeah, of course we can abort it. Okay. Let's get to the space center. Oh no, it's on the collision course. It wasn't great. But I think the design of the ship is fundamentally sound. Alright. Load her up. So, what part of the ship is flawed, some people are asking. Almost nothing. But that's an RCS fuel tank, a lander can. So that doesn't have enough propellant. Okay, I think we have a couple problems. This is just too darn heavy. And then this has to carry all of the weight. This is honestly almost the reverse of what it should be, maybe? Pair science. It seems fundamentally sound now. Do that. And then this. Yeah, let's take it for a whirl. Engine not necessary. Is a good rocket. Okay. And this is going to be a science one again. Oh, just Bob today. Alright, that should be enough height for our science today. Oh yeah, maybe we do have one too many decouplers. Oh right, we can't turn these off. Well, there we go. That should leave us alone nicely. Well, we're bleeding off a lot of speed near the surface of Earth. I'm going to call that a moral victory. Alright. And revert flight to the launch assembly. Okay. So yeah, that decoupler is unnecessary. Rest of rockets necessary. Okay, and what was the funny thing up here? It looks like it's straightened out now. Alright everyone, I think we're going to the moon. That's what I believe. It's gonna go well. Why do we only have Bob? Well, this means he doesn't need to make it back anyway. That's true. If you have an extra decoupler, you can always just put on like a solid booster, and then boom, you need it again. I am learning so much about space. Okay, getting a bit more drag than I would like. But this is the one. He's having a good time. 5-star scientist. Continue gravity turn. Keep bouncing. So there's not much atmosphere, so this should be pretty easy to keep us going here. That's the maneuver that'll do it. 52-second burn time, that could be possible. Just a little experiment using RCS to add stability. It's only on one part of the ship though, so it's probably not a great idea. Alright everyone. Almost at the 1,000 mark for Extra Life. Woo! Thanks for everyone who's donated. Actually, we're kind of close to a milestone for lifetime donations, too. I would look at it, but this is the one, you see. Okay, here we go. There we go. That's why our burn time got off. Alright, I can check the donation page. Now's a good time, right? Ooh, 965. Alright, let's see what we got here. I just want to get into a stable orbit. That counts. Alright, apparently we have a moon. So, what can we do to encounter it? Oh, there it was. That is pretty good. And it's a fairly short burn. Let's do it. We're going to encounter that in a mere 30 minutes. 20. Everybody, this is going to be the last year I do Extra Life entirely for a very long time. I'll still probably try, you know, if Y Caliper's putting a thing together or whatever, try that. Might do the occasional thing with Quill again as well if we do some Bridge Commander, but this is the last year for me. For a while anyway, just because it's pretty... Oh, I went past the node. Yeah, it's hard juggling. Got a lot going on. It takes quite a bit of work to get set up. I enjoy it every year, but it's hard. So thank you for joining me. Especially for those of you who've been around for several years. It's always a blast. To all the donators. This is not going as well as I was hoping it would. Alright, here we go. You reach a point where it starts expanding more rapidly. I don't want to change my maneuver too much because we're already past the periapsis of the orbit, so it's going to keep getting less and less efficient. Yeah, this year was actually particularly fun for me. It's a good mix of many things. Let's get some speed. engine I thought would be more powerful. I guess it's one engine doing the work that 6 were doing before. No, it's a waste of RCS fuel. What am I kidding? Alright, how do we correct this maneuver now? There it is. Whoa! Look at that awesome dipsy doodle maneuver. Oops. Let's restart this. That's actually going to put me into landing on the far side of the moon, though. We have some crazy trajectories going on right now. Well, let's try it. It's 8 seconds of fuel and we can do another corrective one. Yeah, videos of the day are definitely going to be on YouTube. Alright, and I don't want to get too caught up in the details because we have other more important things to do. Like prepare the inevitable rescue mission. Alright, we have our lunar encounter, I think. Let's just warp till we get nice and close to it. We'll be under its gravitational influence in no time. And we will even have a brief moment. This is a really cool orbit we have, actually. Looks like a spirograph druid. There we go. That will get us close enough. A mere 2 hours to the maneuver. Alright, everyone, attempt 2. Slam on the brakes! I knew I was oversteering. It's fine. Alright, 2 hours. 1 hour. What's slowing us down? This is a pretty crazy rendezvous we're going to have with it, actually. Alright, 7 minutes. Here we go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2... 1. And our burn time is 50 seconds. And this is going to have a corrective action, so this will be interesting. Probably not going to have enough fuel. Yeah, we're going to be just about 20 seconds short. But our delta V is a bit better now. And our maneuverability is off the charts. What happened to our lights? Are they not hooked up to the batteries? Oh, but there's nothing to illuminate. Okay, we're good. Everything's fine. Alright, there's the moment we're going to have the most influence. Blast it prograde. Nothing like a nighttime moon landing to ensure everybody's best chances of survival. I'm willing to burn monopropellant now. Probably should have tried staying in orbit so we could make a day landing, but we can use our instruments and I think it's going to work out just fine. In this situation, I don't actually want to slow my descent that much. We're just going to eyeball it. Well, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking it's a bad idea. It's gonna be okay. There we go. And now to retrograde. Well, I wouldn't say you saw me land on the dark side of the moon. Or the night side. Yeah. All right, now let's try some envelope math. If I'm falling at 200 meters per second, like how the game just doesn't give you a chance to think when you're in this, how long will it take me to fall? Every 5 seconds, that would be 1,000. And how can I change my velocity? Oh, really well. Okay, this is going to be much easier. You're enthralled? Yes, the suspense, because it's all real. It's not fake suspense. Everyone could die quite easily. It's actually the most likely outcome. The real challenge is the fact that I don't know how fast the surface is traveling underneath me, because it looks like I'm falling straight down. Like if you were to jump, you know, straight up, you would basically be falling perfectly straight down. But I might have a little bit of airplane style velocity. Where it's going side to side, but I don't have landing wheels, I have struts. So the whole problem is we don't want to land and have any trouble. All right, 200 meters per second. I can kill that pretty quickly. Yeah, even at a slow burn, I basically negate my acceleration. Safe speed, touchdown, but falling over, which would be okay. Bob doesn't have to come back. The whole point is we need to send a rescue party. So at 300, every 3 seconds, I will go 1 kilometer. See, we've got lots of time, actually. This is like we're all the way at the top of the atmosphere around Kerbal. It looks like we're going close because it's blocking out the entire sky, but really, everything's a-okay. So at maybe 20,000, let's talk. Maybe 25. Everything's fine. Mass times acceleration equals force, which is what we are thrusting in with newtons. Every 2.5 seconds is 1,000. So I have 1 minute now. Oh. We're probably fine. This is actually going to be close. Also remember, sea level on the moon is like the lowest point. Yeah, I'm just going to add a little help from my friends. No, we're doing well. We've got lots of wiggle room. I can barely see anything. How do I lower the landing gear? I think I got it. Alright, can almost see like some detail. This is the time where I like to have like one extra decoupler. So I can drop it, and then when it explodes, oh, see, we've got a problem. Picked up a little bit of velocity. A little bit of sideways velocity we don't want. We just want to get that right in the center. That yellow thing has to go perfectly over top of the dot on the top of this. It's getting closer. There we go. That's pretty good. There we go. Well, where do you think the surface is? It could be anywhere now. Like, it could arrive at any time. So I really want to slow my descent. This is 100 kilometers an hour we're still going. Okay, this is 36 right here, and this is about as fast as you could probably run if you were in a really big hurry. Not for long. So yeah, if we landed on a mountainous area, we'd be hitting it now. No, RCS doesn't have enough power. Man, at NASA, it must be so nice how they just have the calculations done ahead of time. Well, this is my last engine, so I can't jettison it, unfortunately, as much as I would love to. I mean, I don't see any light. Gotta be close. Correcting our surface drift again there. Oh. There it is, folks. We might have a good landing. It's okay, we'll come back down. No, it's not how I imagined it either. Every time. Well, Bill, you made it. Or Bob. Whoops. I forgot what happened. All hatches are obstructed. Okay, let's try this. You gotta be careful when you do this. How about now? There we go. Like how we had a bail right while it's still rolling. All right. Bob's on the moon, everyone. Or Bill. Bill's on the moon. You were told there would be explosions. The hard part is yet to come. Okay. Now to the Space Center, where we go finding him. What would I change about the vehicle? All right. And now we get ready to launch. I think we're good, right? Yeah, vehicle is perfect clearly. I wish I remembered what the controls are. I'll look it up while we're on the flight. Let's do that one more time. And now we need to land basically within a kilometer. All right, and now we're going to do this one in speed mode. That was like a 20-minute flight. We're going to do this one in 10. Jebediah and Bill round 2. There it is. And up. Probably too tall to land upright. Yeah, I think you're right. I have that problem a lot, ladies. And we don't even need that much fuel on it. You know what? You're right. We're going to have the size of that, and maybe it will help. Although I think the fact that the thrusters are up here might help us take it off a bit better. It's the little one, I think, yeah. They add them faster than I can figure them out. Kerbal died? No, that's the big one. Yeah, we're using Rockomax products. No, still no. Rockomax X232. Okay, so I want an X216. Oh, Rockomax, where are your products? Checked like 8 billion times. It's affecting the quality of the stream. There we go. Yeah, they changed the style on it, that's why. Alright everyone, we're sacrificing some fuel. Well, this isn't planning since we'd already launched the next mission. Little tempted to put on more thrusters as well. Also, do I need a ladder? No, I don't need a ladder. Yeah, we climb up that thing. All right. Let's go. I like that it's shorter. This feels good. Context. Stranded in space, out of fuel, trying to return. No, they're all gonna make it. Okay, you don't want to go past the sound barrier. Well, yeah, we're already being quite inefficient, but it's okay. Because this is the one. This is the year I finally do it. After 4 years in a row of failure. Alright. Begin gravity turn. Dang it! Oh, they hit each other. The mission's on. What's the applesauce at? Perfect. Boo! That is acceptable. That's even better. And we're gonna basically need to burn like crazy. And this isn't costing us efficiency really, so we're gonna just let it burn. It's still a waste of monopropellant, even though we had lots left over last time. It's entirely possible we're gonna have to come back in with monopropellant. Oh shoot. was supposed to dump one of the Kerbals at launch time. Like a flower blooming, I head into space for rescue of friend. Possibly a haiku. Okay, things got a little messy there. That should be okay. Okay, there's our moon encounter. Oh, a very delicate one. Okay, that's the maneuver we want, I think. So here's the deal. Yeah, it's a good idea, actually. I think we did this last year as well. Because Bob's in a stable orbit, right? No, he's not in a stable orbit. We had a really important maneuver we had to deal with. We're going to switch. How do we switch? There's a way to toggle. There we go. Switch to. And Valentina's on board? Man, we had way too many people on this ship. Right, 3 in the cockpit, 2 for the lander. But we actually just need... So what we need to do is we just need to land, get Bill in the lower cockpit. He won't be able to get to the higher one with any degree of reliability. But in orbit, or in space, he should be able to climb up. Three, 2, 1, engage, maximum thrust. All right, look at that thing grow. I mean, he might be able to get to the top cockpit, but I don't want him to die falling down. Also, remind me that we need to switch to Bill. We got to get him in orbit. In theory, we can rescue him some other time, which is also really hard to do. We also tried that last year, and it did, or might have been the year before. Either way, it did not work. At all. Yeah, that gives us a really nice apoapsis, and then we can try lining up. We could try landing a day, and everything's going to go super well. Look at it go. Space. I'm glad I switched to the more powerful engine. That is beautiful. We want that. No, it's still tracking the wrong orbit. Well, we'll deal with it when we get to the moon encounter. Okay. We're going to switch to Bill now. We have to get him... We have to get him into orbit. We're almost at the apoapsis, so... Control locked. Okay, well, we can figure this out the fun way. Okay, if we turn this, I'm going to burn prograde. Alright, controls got janky, but we're okay. He might be in trouble, folks. There's a pretty good chance he's going to be burning up in re-entry now. Oh, I'm thrusting the wrong way. Kerbal space program EVA controls. This is the way to do it. Controls in free for all. W is what we want. All right. Yeah, no, he's totally in big trouble. Oh, wait. It's actually happening. He's going to make it. We just got to get this to 80 kilometers. $100 just to be safe. Look at that. Easy. Well, now I don't have to feel bad about anything anymore. All right. Kerbal Space Program RCS controls. So there's one other thing we can do. We can sort of strafe. Translate forward. HNI. Okay, I got the stuff I need. Forward, backward. HN, JK. JL's left and right. Okay. We can do a little bit of fine tuning with the RCS thrusters once we get there. It's totally gonna work. Yeah, now we just have to do another rescue mission some other time. Okay. That's just to get the timer where I want it. 2 days. Okay. Best I could do is burn retrograde here. Oh, shoot. Which will put me a... What the heck's going on? What trajectory am I even on? Okay, this is what we want. We have a problem, everyone. That green arc is, by the way, putting us around the sun. There we go. Just didn't push hard enough. Okay. We got lots of time to get there. $26. Oh goodness. Down to 6. 5, 4, 3, 2. That's correct. We've drifted just a little bit. And this one has to be pretty accurate. Bill's guarding the Earth while we're gone. He's holding the spot in line. It's a Black Friday event on Earth somewhere. Look at it curling. And around we go. Would you look at that? Okay, we have the possibility of getting lined up. Well, this is a pretty tiny maneuver. So the eccentricity in our orbit largely came something that can be corrected with 0 seconds of full power thrust. Let's do it right, because we'll have to pass the time getting towards the point. We're going to call it high noon when we're above probably Jebediah. Okay, I think that's as accurate as I can get it. 2 hours till we get to the node. That will require another correction as the moon rotates. Yeah, you're right. Good thinking. Because it's tidally locked to Kerbin. We're actually at risk of losing our landing time of day. It's only a 21-second burn. I'm going to wait till we get there and then we'll do one last correction. So this is as slow as time can go. Okay. Well, that's pretty good. It's what we've got to work with. Oh, look how happy Jebediah is. Yeah, I thought about collapsing the orbit a little bit more. We might... Nah, let's do it. And now we're on the way down. Alright, we'll try that. It's such a minute correction now. Oh, the details work. Oh. Boy, I should have noticed that detail in time. And again, you'll note we are not killing our velocity. We will do that closer to the ground. Oh, shoot. Alright, that might do it. Super efficient landing. Execute. Burn time 1 second. So yeah, we're at the point now where, like, if we had RCS on for corrective thrusting, it would move us. We have to be very precise. Even a small mistake would put us many kilometers away from our landing spot, which is pretty close now. I'm actually gonna... I think, well, no, we'll advance time a little bit here. There we go. Another corrective action. 1 second of burn as we plummet towards the surface of the moon. This is just like how they did it in the Apollo missions. Yes, smaller ship does mean more bang from the RCS. Let's not forget that at any point, shall we? Ten. Get rid of it. There we go. Alright, now let's worry about going retrograde, just like last time. Although our fall is from so high, the planet, or the planetoid, could still move quite away from us. 100 kilometers. And that gives us just a little bit of overshoot. Actually, I have to hurry. We were almost late for that. Because we are falling quite quickly now. Remember, we have much less fuel. So I'm going to hit the ground in about a minute. And we have some serious problems to correct on our way down now. It's nice that we can see the surface this time around. we're getting farther from him now. No big deal, but I feel like I picked that vector very well. Okay, 300, well, 400 meter seconds, 2.5, so we would need... So we have 100 seconds till we're going to impact right now. Can almost arrest our fall. Oh, overcompensated. Okay, 300 gives us a minute, and that's assuming we hit at 0, which we won't. I think we have a problem. Here we go. Every 10 seconds is 1 kilometer. We have at most 1 minute, and now we're accelerating. Come on, textures. Okay, you can see my shadow now. That means it's time to slow down. Yeah, we have a ludicrous amount of monopropellant. Here it comes. That rock is really not... Fight it. Ho! All right. All right. Problem next. It's that way. Now we have to be careful. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000. You can accidentally get going so fast that you die. We don't want that. We want to be able to turn the throttle off, both in terms of verticality. Yeah, he's on his way. It's not the exciting part, folks. Well, it kind of is for me. Look at that. We've already closed a bunch of the distance. We're going 360 meters or kilometers per hour right now. So it's a little over 200 miles per hour for the American viewers. Well on our way. I don't know if you can get a Kerbal into... Oh, we might crash. S is going to slow us down. I'm already thinking about it. We don't want to slam into anything so hard we die, which is going to happen right now. Keep bleeding away speed. This is glorious. The moon below us. You can see that parabolic trajectory is putting us to hit the ground before we make it there. So we're trying to inch for that down blue to reach that spot. And then we have to slam on the brakes, and we can't run out of EVA propellant while it's happening. I spent just a little bit getting closer. That was the devil's bargain right there. I feel like is that it? Or is it even that far away? I think it landed upright, so we should be able to see it better than this. Our vertical speed is almost gone. Going to use the remaining propellant to try slowing our fall here. Just be a little careful. And after this, getting back should be easy, if we have enough fuel. And if we don't, then it'll be impossible. AVL propellant is very low. Need to judge off of that shadow now. I'm so glad it's day. The very first time we attempted this rescue, we got this far. He didn't even fall over. And with 5.05, with 1% of our fuel left. Alright, and now when you're walking, I think it is possible. Oh. Nope, we got ourselves a walk. That's its height, so it's not super helpful. There it is. Right? That's it, slightly on an angle. By some rocks we nearly crashed into. I can feel it. But the hardest part is done. Now the only part remaining is the part that is either possible or impossible. But it's mostly going to come down to math. I think they don't expect people to walk for this long. Look at it, you can see the little window. They're having a good time. I kind of wish we could have the 2001 theme. Feel free to queue it up on another monitor or on another tab of your browser to let it make it happen. It's crazy. It feels like he's going so slow, but we're approaching this thing at like 4 kilometers an hour. Pretty fast if you're wearing a spacesuit. And now they take off. Uh-oh. Huh. Alright, good. That was close. Bored, but it's not enough. You can see he's in the wrong pod. That was just to get his monopropellant back. Yes! And board. Now, with 106 units of fuel, we have to get back to Kerbal. The trajectory is right. We just need to get into space. Ready, RCS? Full throttle. Uh-oh. I'm not giving up yet. There's a way we can make it work. It's gonna be tight. Okay, let's calculate this. Our delta V right now is about... Okay, wait, we gotta do this in a different order. We have 6 minutes of propulsion. Fine. We're moving this thing too slowly. Just need to get moving sideways. I know I'm trying. We didn't have quite enough fuel. The painful thing is that's got fuel there, but now we're committed. If we get them into orbit, we can have a rescue mission some other time. This has to move away from the planet faster than I am moving towards it. I think we're not going to make it. I'm going to pull back to 90 again. Or to 45, sorry. Oh, this is madness. Also, our electric charge, well, it's nowhere near running out. Yeah, it's hilarious. This has more fuel than this one. And there's nothing we can jettison. Because I didn't think to put a decoupler in between. Our orbital velocity is going up. Oh, it's because we're starting to crash towards the planet. No, because of how I arrayed the thrusters, there's no way to get any more of that. We still have one other option. No, not like this. Yeah, and we're almost out of monopropellant. All right. This looks like the direction we're going. I said I'd get Bob home. Come on. See, I should have done this at the apoapsis, and maybe there even would have been time to cycle through all of the crew members. Rest in peace, crew. He might be doing it. The question is, does he have the fuel? There's no atmosphere. We just need to clear the surface of the moon. %35 fuel. Oh my goodness, if I bailed at the apoapsis, I could have saved all three. Well, I could have stranded all three in orbit. Kind of like Bob way back. All right. He is in a high velocity orbit, but safe nonetheless. How many Kerbal's lives is Bob worth? Well, it's kind of more of a statement for the space program. All right, now we've got to get him to that one. Oh man, we should have just tried our luck. Came back. Oh, and I think back to... So I chose not to put more thrusters on it, and I chose to shrink the size of the fuel tank. Okay. This will be the last touch for the evening. Anyone, if you're holding out on a donation, now's the time. The design flaws. Let's all consider what happened. So, a pretty minor inconvenience. Pretty much non-existent. We can put just a few more thrusters on. Just make sure they don't get in the way of any hatches. Yeah, we're good. Alright, so we upgraded the number of thrusters. These RCS thrusters. They actually might be under control. Command and control. Not even officially considered engines. So I just wonder if that would have been enough. Let's find out. Not everything was perfect. Bob was at fault. Yeah, we need some Don't leave Dave in charge of your safety. Well, now. I'm going to assume that they all got put in the right staging. Ooh, this seems very dangerous. Okay, so let's take a look. Yeah, now we're using monopropellant. But that's almost enough takeoff force. Wow, yeah, that probably would have done it. I mean, if we can keep most of our momentum on Kerbal. It's burning through monopropellant like crazy. You know what, Kerbal Space Command? Maybe you're the ones who killed Bob. Nope. Ooh, more. Oh, pretty good game.